Welcome back everybody, Mark here, and today I'm playing Neverwinter, and I'm going to talk about some of the things in Neverwinter that may be confusing if you're a new player. So the first thing I want to talk about is, okay, I hit level 20, and I have all these different currencies, and what do I need to do? So these currencies you're going to have are going to be like the Seal of the Spider God, Seal of the Dragon, Seal of the Adventurer. You're going to have your trade bars, which you can buy like some really good gear depending on what you're looking at, like artifacts. I'm still saving up to get some other things, like you get some really nice gear out of here, equipment. And so when you look at all these currencies, it can be a bit overwhelming, but it's actually pretty straightforward. The biggest thing is to look at your gear score, where you're at currently, and then you can actually look at your adventures in your campaign. So hit J, and then you'll be able to see your quest journal, you'll be able to see your achievements, your lore, things that you've done. Then you'll have your adventures versus your campaigns. So if you look at your adventures, they're going to list out like what gear score they are, and you can kind of play those stories through and get, you know, great rewards. So if I look at Elemental Evil, it's kind of an older one, but View of Details, you know, I've completed all of these. In the end, you know, I believe I got like 100,000 astral diamonds, which are the main currency of the game. So it's just kind of looking at these things, like Reclamation Rock. I completed that one. So let's see one that I haven't completed. Here we go. The Fiery Pit. Now, my gear score is really high, but as you can see, I still want these rewards because you might be able to get a pack with weapons that you may need. Elven armor set, so you might be able to get some appearance pieces. You're going to get boon points. So the boon points, you make your character stronger, more abilities. And then basically you can get some riches. Here, this is like 1,000 astral diamonds, a black opal, 50 seals of the north. So these adventures are very important to do. So you always have these stories that you can go through. Now I've got some I have to clean up. I've played this game off and on, so I'm still working on some things. If I look at my campaigns, currently I'm doing Red Harvest, which is the latest because my gear score, like, they're waiving the gear score for right now. I have like a 57,000 gear score. So if I open up my character screen here, you can see right now I'm at 53,103, and I'm wondering why. I may have changed something out. Maybe I don't have enough buffs going on. Maybe something expired. It could be a companion that I have equipped. There's all different things that play into this, and I'll talk more about this in other videos. But right now you can see my total item level is 53,000. I thought it was higher, but that's okay. So if we go back in to the journal and we look at our campaigns, I've been working on Red Harvest, view the campaign, and as you do the weekly quest out there in this area for the Red Wizards of Thay, you start getting all of these rewards. So you get, like, first 100, you get the fashion bundle. Then I got enhanced moats. These are important for when you're trying to upgrade a piece of equipment. It goes all the way up until you can get 100,000 astral diamonds, which are going to help you out completely. So you can see I can still do this. I'm not going to do this one right now because I don't want to spend my bars, but I'm saving them up. But you save all these different marks and stuff, and you can buy gear. You can also go to the store in here and see what armor you can purchase for what piece of gear, what it's going to cost, astral diamonds, and all these marks. So you can see I have it favorited, but I have 115 of the Thayan hex coins. I have 22 of the other things, which don't seem to matter, and I have 380 of the death lockets. And I know I have, like, written down here, 1.9 million astral diamonds. So I could buy any piece of gear I want here. But I am saving up. I'm trying to buy the rings at some point, so they're 100. I want to buy both at the same time. I might buy one, but you only get 100 of these hex coins per week. So what does that equal to? It's either you do the heroics, the weeklies, or you just do the quests, the repeatable quests in that area until you do 20 of them. And once you do 20, you'll be at 100, and then you're at cap for the week of the Thayan hex coins. So then you gotta wait. So once again, you gotta wait and save. But you can see there's plenty of enhancements. So that's what you're what you can buy by doing the campaigns. So campaigns are very important. And adventures are very important. So between the campaigns and the adventures, you can get a lot of gear. Now, so I haven't done the Tyranny of Dragons yet. I've kind of started it. We can see here another 100,000 astral diamonds, a boon point. So if I finish this area or this adventure, I get all of these rewards. And then there's a chance at getting a, what is it, mythic scroll of protection from dragons, just a bunch of different items. And so you see I did Roth Valley, I got details, I got a bunch of stuff on that. I guess I can, oh, that's just display options, never mind. But you can see, so I'm still working on this because I want to finish these. I finished all of these. Once I finish the adventures, then I have the campaigns to work on. And I've worked through a lot of these campaigns. Let's see, look at the ones I finished. So like Icewind Dale, these are the legacy, the past campaigns. So these ones I'm just finishing just for the sake of finishing, being a little bit of a completionist, getting some more rewards. But the legacy campaigns have different things, and I really want to show like the Dread Ring, because or Storm King's Thunder, excuse me. So this one had this whole tree you had to like unlock by doing these dailies in Icewind Dale. So I did all the dailies, completed all these items to unlock everything. And so basically, I can now create the frosted glyph here, which is basically, it's going to give me, what is it? Choice of frosted glyphs. So yeah, I'm going to get a glyph out of it. So it's going to be something good. I have everything I need, so I'm going to start that. And how long is it? This one takes 20 seconds. Some of these take 24 hours. So they're time kept or gatekeeped, just because of the duration. But this one here is not too bad, you know, 20 seconds. So we'll finish it and I'll collect it. And collect my reward. So now that's in my inventory. Oh, so I can make that over and over again. So that's kind of cool. I still haven't unlocked more boons. So these are more boon points. So that's why you want to do this. Get as many boon points as possible. You can look at the King's Thunderstorm. You can buy these keys. So if you're doing a dungeon and you can't open the box at the end, you might need the Storm Giant's key or the Brotherhood key or the Elk Tribe key, depending on what it's for. Once you finish all the keys and you have all the gear you want and everything that you want, you can then go ahead and basically spend the rest of that currency on astral diamonds. So once you finish that whole set, buying everything you need, like here you can buy all these rings. These are all bind on pickup, so forces you to have to do them yourself, but you can get all these upgrades through the store, so that's pretty nice. Let's go ahead and look at the pack just to see what's in it. Kind of fun. We'll open it up. Oh, so I can choose one of these glyphs that I can put in one of my overload slots. So it lasts for, what is that, 2 hours or 2 days, whatever it is. I think it's 2 hours, maybe it's 2 days. But when taking damage, you have 25% chance of non-lethal damage. So you find which one fits your playstyle. So if you're a tank, you're going to want one that reduces damage. If you're DPS, you're going to want one that increases damage. So you just kind of look through, figure out what you have, what you want. I'm going to cancel because I'm going to save it for a little while. But once you have that glyph, just to kind of show you where that's at, if you go underneath enhancements, this is where you have your overload glyphs. So you can load these overload glyphs into these slots, and they will make you stronger. So you have all these different things. So everything's stacked. So you have your overload glyphs, your enhancements, you have your artifacts, the different artifacts that I use. And you can refine these artifacts. So as you go through and you get more boon points, and so here's the boon points. So I have 0 available, but as you go through, you have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So you start unlocking all of these different abilities. If you hover over, it'll tell you it adds 1% incoming healing per ring. So if you're a tank, you probably want that. If someone's healing you in a dungeon, you're going to want to increase the amount of healing you take. And let's see, recharge speed, might want to be for the healer getting out of the way. action point gain. So as you can see, the more boons you have, the more you can unlock through this tree. Here's your regular powers. You should learn that manually, but that's kind of what you can do here. So boon points, very important. Get a lot of boon points from the campaign. So that's really what I want to point out there. It's going through these campaigns and these adventures, you can unlock more and more boon points, which will make you stronger and stronger. Help you unlock equipment through those sets, get that special currency. Everything's locked behind currency. And you can see here on the currency tab, there's so much currency. I have to scroll down because you have all kinds of stuff. There's so much in here. But it's pretty wild. Spider God. Spider God's very important currency as well. And then you have your refining points. You can only refine 100,000 astral diamonds a day, which you should know, but just pointing that out again. So it's always good every day, you know, besides trying to do the daily area to unlock more boon points and get more gear, you definitely want to make sure you have enough astral diamonds to refine. And the best way to do that is to hit L, go into your queues, and do a random trial, a random dungeon, and a random skirmish. Once you feel like your gear is strong enough and you feel powerful enough, you can do the random advanced skirmish, which will give you quite a bit more, as you can see here. But the first 3 every day give you a kind of a bonus. So if you do the trial, the queue, and the skirmish, so like the first time you do this each day, you'll get a daily bonus. And so, but the trial, dungeon, skirmish are good to do. So that's how you can keep your astral diamonds, your rough astral diamonds, stacked up. Once you get ahead of it, it's pretty easy to stay ahead of it. And then doing your daily invoke over here, your invocation, that'll allow you to get a bonus to those astral diamonds. But I hope this helped. I hope you find it interesting. I'm going to work on another video at some point and figure out what I want to talk about. But I mean, boons, campaigns, adventures, very important. Help get your character strong, healthy, and you can start killing more mobs a lot faster. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.